The first thing I want to ask you guys is your opinion on marriage. Do you believe in marriage? What are your views?
I don't want to get married for a particular reason.
I think 50-50 is perfect.
Fuck 50-50. That actually doesn't even make fucking sense.
I'm not doing all the house chores.
The role of the male is there to provide.
For me, if I want to get married, my partner also has to work.
Hey guys, what's up? Vade Chronicles here today. So guys, I'd say I come from a pretty conservative culture, I think. You know, and ever since I moved to the Netherlands, I've had a lot of shocks on the topic of marriage, the way it just happens here. So let me explain. So I've heard things about like 50-50 in the marriage and situations where I've met people where they're partners and they've been together for 5 to 10 years with children and they're not married, you know, and in my culture, that's something that's a bit strange, but I've grown to learn that, yeah, different things happen differently in different parts of the world. So yeah, so today what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around, ask people in The Hague, in the Netherlands, about their perspective on marriage. And yeah, let's see guys, stay tuned. The first question is, where are you from?
I was born in the UK.
I'm from Germany.
So we are from Belgium.
I am Greek. I am also Greek.
I'm Indian and I was born and raised in Curacao.
I'm half Korean, half German.
From the Netherlands.
So I'm originally from Curacao.
Well, the Netherlands.
So bro, we're talking about marriage today. And you know how marriage is, bro. There's a lot of different perspectives. People think different things. So the first thing I'm going to ask you is, bro, do you believe in the concept of marriage?
Do I believe in the concept of marriage?
Yeah.
Dude, what's the concept of marriage? Yeah, I mean, I do believe in vows. Yeah, I do believe in this. Well, I don't believe you have to like the theoretical part, but I do believe you have to, you know, be tied to each other in some kind of way, you know? Yeah.
Okay, and now for you, in your perspective, what does like a marriage look like? You know, like in the sense 50-50, 60-40, all of that stuff.
Bro, a marriage is 100-100. 100-100.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Fuck 50-50. That shit doesn't even make fucking sense. Nah, a marriage is a pact, bro. A marriage is a pact to be one, honestly, through thick and thin and to go, however through life, right? I don't want to bash some of y'all who compromise, but I don't believe in that shit. I believe in, we go together. My ride or die, you know, like ride or die. There's no in between. That's it.
Okay. And you know how you said 100-100? Maybe like elaborate more on what you mean by 100-100.
Yeah, for sure. So, well, it depends how I feel it today. I could go deep. Let's go deep. Okay. So, Why not? So basically, here's the thing. The concept of my ashy hands. Sorry, bro. So what I believe is the concept that, you and I, we share an identity together, right?
Yeah.
People share one identity. So it's not only me, it's also the people you're in a relationship with. In a marriage, that identity is the strongest identity you could ever have, making you one person. In essential, imagine being talking to yourself and wanting to go two separate ways.
Yeah.
Right? You'll start to
dysfunctional and shit,
exactly. Yeah. There's a lot of friction going on. And that's how I see two people in a marriage as well. You're either going together in one place as one, or you're friction, giving each other a whole lot of friction.
Okay,
right?
okay.
I just see a marriage of two people as being one people.
I get you.
You know,
okay.
Yeah.
Interesting, bro. And in your culture, is there a strong, you know, bro, I come from a conservative culture, bro. So, where there's a lot of families where, there's a housewife. Mm-hmm. Do you believe in that, or you're just what's your view on that whole thing? If you're making enough to say, would you want to be a housewife? Would you be okay with that, or?
Ooh, yeah. No, personally, but I'm different. I'm different from my culture, right? I'm different, you know, so what I personally like is, yeah, of course, I like ambitions, right? And in the end, you attract who you are. It's like a mirror. So your wife will also be your mirror, in some sense. And I'm an ambitious guy. Meaning that, it doesn't make sense. You can be a housewife if you want to, but the person that attracts towards me also wants to do stuff for herself, you know?
Yeah. I get you. So you want someone to do stuff, one who wants to do stuff.
Yeah. It just doesn't make sense for me to have a housewife.
I get you.
You know, I will love you nonetheless, but it just doesn't work. You know, it just doesn't.
All right. So what would you say a marriage looks like for you? You know, Cause there's things like 50-50, 60-40, things like that. Like, the man needs to be in control all the time, stuff like that.
I think 50-50 is perfect because like both person should have something to put into the marriage.
Okay.
And I think 50-50 would be the best thing to let the marriage work out, kind of.
Okay. Would you ever be okay, like, cause I come from a conservative culture. Would you ever be okay if, like, let's say your man was like, I don't want you to work anymore. And then, like, just be a housewife. I'll take care of everything.
I think if you would want it as well, like, if it's also your,
Goal?
your goal, like, your choice, then, I think it's fine. But if it's only the man, like, telling you, oh, you shouldn't work anymore, I want you to be a housewife.
Yeah.
I don't think that's okay.
So, what age do you think is, like, okay, in your opinion, to get married and have kids? What did you say?
I think maybe 30s.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it depends on the person and kind of like the life that they've lived up until that point. And like the person that they're with. But I would say 30s, late 20s is usually like a good time to kind of settle down.
Okay.
I think I would marry, and I think it's okay because from my perspective, I study law. In Belgium, you have some benefits in marriage due to if you want to separate or not, or just have a better relationship. I think it's a good thing, but if my partner doesn't agree, I wouldn't mind not marrying though.
I'm just a bit interested. You said, there's some benefits by law. Could you maybe just touch on those? Cause I'm clueless. So other people might
like you have different systems in Belgium where you can marry too. You can share everything you have. You can separate it. And due to these systems, if you separate in the end, you probably have to like split everything, your money, what you have in your, I think, ownership and stuff. And if you do not, you have some legal form of living together besides marriage.
Okay.
Which also have some benefits very similar, but not the same. And if you do not, you have no chance. If you do not work and your partner does work and you do not have a legal agreement, you probably get nothing.
Okay. So like a prenup, is that kind of?
Yeah, kind of.
Would you sign a prenup? Or that's like, it's more complicated than that? Or
I do not know if I would. But if you find someone you really like and you have living together for a while, I think you can do.
Okay. Interesting. And for you, bro, what's your perspective on it?
So, I would like to get married. But it's not like because of law or something. I think it's just something that says you really love a person. And yeah, that's the reason why I want to do it, but it's not necessary for me. So also if my partner doesn't want to get married, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
So I have no problem with not getting married.
Okay. So what you're saying, like you could have like a partner throughout, like, and have kids and you're like not married per se.
Yeah, sure. No problem for me.
Okay. Interesting. And okay. So now like in marriage, what does it look like for you guys? Like there's stuff like, 50-50, 60-40, that type of stuff.
Yeah. So for me, if I want to get married, my partner also has to work.
Okay.
Because you both have to get an income because there are a lot of costs with the house and maybe if you have children. So for me, it's kind of 50-50.
Okay.
Because of a lot of costs and just the living experience. So yeah, 50-50 is a one for me. Yeah. I don't know about you.
For me, I think it depends. So from our parents at home, you see that there is a difference in how the tasks are divided, but not that much. Our dad cooks every day. Our mom does not anymore, but does like other things around the house. And there is a balance, but I wouldn't say it's 50-50. And I would agree on that. You need to work together and see what works. If it isn't 50-50, I don't think it's a problem, but you need to see that everyone invests in the marriage and wants to work on it and see how things work out. I think that's the best way I could describe it though.
Cool. And like, in terms of like having kids and actually getting married, what age do you guys think is like based on your personal opinions, of course,
Yeah. So our parents were married at like 26, I think.
Yeah.
But in my view, 26 is a bit early.
Yeah.
So I think 26 now is kind of getting your own place, getting settled, and then you can see to get married. So I think like 28 is for me the age to start getting into those things.
For me, it depends though. Because if you meet someone and you're really like, oh, I really like this person, I could see my living together with him, having children, I think I would agree way more easily and way earlier. But I think, as you said, 28, around 30, because everyone starts later in getting into serious relationships. So I think that is a reasonable age to get married and maybe already have a child, maybe not. It depends.
Okay.
Do I believe in it? I mean, I think it's real. I think it exists. I think I'm in a generation where we're kind of evaluating it a bit and like stepping back from it and thinking, what actually is the point of this? And, I think I am still quite young, so I'm not like really seriously thinking about it, but discussions I've had with friends, we've kind of been like, yeah, I don't really think I don't want to get married for a particular reason. Like, yeah.
Okay, that's actually interesting because, like, being in the Netherlands, I've heard that quite a bit. And so now I want to ask you, like, what's the construct of, like, you want to get married or no?
At the
Like, could you see yourself getting married?
No. I think, like, but the idea of a life partner makes sense to me.
Okay, so.
And that sounds nice.
Okay, that's very interesting for me now because my background, I'm from Zimbabwe. So, like, that concept hasn't really touched there. I mean,
yeah, of course. It's so much rooted in tradition.
So like, so like your sense, like, let's say you want to have a life partner, that's like with kids and actually living together, or kids as well you don't want, or I don't know.
Yeah, I'm open to it. I don't know. I would see when it reaches that like point in my life that it's more of a thought. But
okay, I'm just curious. So I come from a culture where like you find partners where like the wife doesn't work or something. What's your perspective on that? Are you like, if like, let's say your partner says, I don't want you to work, I want you to just...
I don't think I would want to be with someone who told me how they want me to live.
Yeah. So me personally, I don't believe in 50-50. I also believe that there are roles in each, like, gender. There is a male and a female. And I don't know, me personally, I believe in the classical marriage of, male and female. And I am more of the idea that the man should be the provider.
Okay.
And that doesn't mean that the woman does not do anything. It just sits there. Obviously not. But the role of the male is there to provide mainly. And then the woman to support.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree. I think also for me, marriage is really something comfortable and easy and very family. I'm very family orientated. I think for me, marriage is dating your best friend and then just go on and have a family and spend more time together. So
Okay.
a more big commitment on a relationship, I would say.
Okay. And for you?
Yeah, and I believe I agree with Kate. Like,
Who's Kate? Sorry.
This is Kate.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also agree that it's never going to be 50-50. There's one day that someone's going to need the other person more, and the other day it might be different. But as long as you are always together, and if something happens, you guys fix it together. Because I think marriage is difficult. Like, but as long as you're all together, then I think it'll be fine.
Okay. Interesting. And the last question I'm going to ask you guys. So what age do you guys think you should get married? Just in your opinions, what would you say?
It depends. It depends of when you find a partner. It depends of when you feel independent enough to also say that, you know what, I would like to have a partner, or, if I have a partner, I do feel comfortable to get married, and to also know, even if the partner is not there anymore, let's say, I will be still able to stand on my own 2 feet and be completely independent. So I feel for me personally, once I'm completely independent, financially mostly, then it would be a good time to get married. Now, a specific age, I cannot put like a pin to it, but I don't know, after 27 for me personally.
Okay.
Yeah. But it depends also when you meet a partner. Maybe I'll meet someone tomorrow, but
true.
But I'm not ready financially stable to get married, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I agree, but I would like to get married now and have babies in 2 years.
Okay, how old is now?
No, I'm 23.
Okay.
I'm kidding. I think I would like to have a baby around 30. But I see that the more I grow up, the more I realize the plan of having a child in specific like lifespan is not working, because we become more independent. We become so much career oriented academically, and I'm still studying. So I wish I could say, 30, and it might not be. But if you asked me 5 years ago, I would tell you, at 27, I will be a mom. So it really is different.
Okay.
I am curious to see how it will change in the future generations, because women are becoming so much more independent, and you also talked about, having partners. So I think women will be older and getting more children, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think especially in Europe.
Yeah. For sure. And you?
I think, in the old generations, it was like everyone getting married by 22, 23, or max 25. But now, of course, it's getting, much more older. But I don't think I want to get married very late, like more than after 30, because then children is a question. And as a female, we lose our eggs also. So then it's much more difficult to get pregnant. So then, that's one thing to also keep in mind.
Okay. Okay. In a marriage, what does it look like for you? Would you say, like, you know how people believe in 50-50, 60-40?
Yeah, I do believe in 50-50. I just think that's fair.
Okay. So, like, in the instance, because I'm from a conservative country, like, let's say your husband was like, I'd love for you to stay at home and be a housewife. Would you be okay with that? Would you?
I'm not doing that.
Or you would be like, no.
No, because I'm not doing all the house chores, and I'm not doing that.
Okay.
Like, no.
Interesting. And what age do you think is, like, in your opinion, would be an ideal age to get married? Would you say? And have kids?
Married, I think like early 20s.
Okay.
I think that's what I want.
Okay.
And then kids, I think like 25 until like 30.
Okay.
I don't really think like marriage. Like some people, they love marriage, they want a marriage, they want to have children and other shit. But I really don't think it's necessary for being in a relationship, because if you love each other, you love each other. You don't like need to.
Like the title?
Yeah, the title,
okay.
yeah.
Okay. Okay, cool. And for you, bro?
I kind of think that also, like, but I have like a history with it. Like my parents divorced, right? So kind of like, I don't believe in it anymore, because a lot of like shit to do. If you go out of, you divorce, you have to like fix a lot of stuff. You give half to them, this and the children, right?
Okay.
So you have to do a lot of things if you divorce.
Okay.
So I don't really like all the problems, you know? So, and I'm kind of with him, like with the title and stuff.
Okay.
It's not needed.
Okay, cool. And there you have it, guys. Some interesting perspectives about marriage, which I'd say I'd somewhat never heard, you know? But yeah, guys, this is the end of the video. And guys, thank you so much for tuning in. And please make sure that you go like, subscribe, comment, and share. And I'll see you guys next week. Thanks for watching.